Hello board game victim, I mean friends. Today I've got another Kickstarter alert for you for Vampire Hunters, so let's check it out. I'm on a diet. Originally launched back in 2017, Vampire Hunters is back from the dead with another campaign and a spooky soundtrack. This campaign is technically just for the soundtrack, but what it really is an opportunity for you to get your hands on the core game and all the expansions. And if you just need the expansions, well, there's a pledge for that too. All printed material for this game and its expansions are in English only, but the rulebook and hunt PDFs will be available on their website in German, Spanish, French, and Italian. The Order of the Vampire Hunters is a 1 to 4 player cooperative game, but it expands to 5 to 6 players with expansions. You will play as a newly recruited vampire hunter on a vampire hunt. You'll be buying equipment, learning new skills, crafting makeshift items, and teaming up to form combo attacks with the other hunters on your team. The hunt specifies objectives that you'll want to fulfill in order to beat the game, and the game ends when you fulfill the last primary objective. During a round, hunters get to decide which order they're going to take their turns in. During a turn, each hunter is going to take 3 actions such as moving, attacking, or trading. Moving into new locations summons vampires, so be prepared for a lot of encounters. After each hunter's turn, they draw a vampire's day card, which dictates what the vampires are going to do to defend themselves. This continues until all the hunters have had a turn, and then the clock moves forward. At the 6th turn, the sun sets and the awakening occurs. At this point, you become the prey. During the awakening, all the vampires wake up, doors open, and vampires now get to attack before the hunters. Vampires also draw their strength from the night deck instead of the day deck. If a hunter is ever reduced to 0 health, they can either drop out of the game or become a transformed hunter in vampire form. If you want to know more, there's a ton of gameplay videos and reviews out there, so check them out, and if you want to check out the rulebook, I'll leave it in the description below. This game has a lot of optional game modes if you're into variety, and there's even a customization kit if you're interested in making your own maps, characters, and adventures. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. So I'm going to get into the pledges now, but before I do, this handsome fellow has something to say. Hey guys, it's non-vampire Adam here. I do all of the editing, filming, and most of the talking in all these videos. If you like what I'm doing here, make sure to subscribe because I'll be letting you know of any Kickstarter exclusives or limited pledges for campaigns on day 1. Also, if you found this video useful, make sure to hit that like button because it really helps me with the YouTube algorithms. I don't get paid to do any of this, so if you want to help me out a bit, I do have a Patreon in the description below, and I also have one-time donation links. Other than that, I appreciate you here watching the video, so let's get back to it. So all these pledges do grant you access to the pledge manager, but if you're interested in only the add-ons, there is an add-ons only pledge that you can make for just $1. Everything is in limited quantity, so it is going to be a little bit of a race for you to get exactly what you want. One thing to take note of is that there is no questions asked refunds offered up to 3 weeks after this campaign ends, so if you happen to not get what you wanted, you can always request a refund, or just leave them the $1 as a happy donation. So €5 will get you into the soundtrack pledge, which grants you the 60-minute original soundtrack custom composed for this game. This was composed by Andrea Roccella, which I'm probably saying wrong, at Androx Studio, which I'm probably also saying wrong. If you want to know what kind of sound they have, I'll leave a link in the description below for some of the music that they've made. All these pledges are in very limited quantities, and I try to get these videos out within 24 hours to make sure that you don't miss them. So if you're subscribed to me, you've had no problems getting the one you wanted. But if you're not subscribed to me and you're coming in a little late, you might have fewer options. So you might want to hit that subscribe button. And hit that bell icon too so you actually get notified. So first of these pledges is the core box pledge for €75, and there's only 180 copies of these, and this comes with the core box only. Next, for €125, we have the blood pledge, which also comes with the core game, plus some expansions and add-ons that I'll be putting on the screen now. There's only 76 copies of these, so you'll be pretty lucky if you nab one. Finally, we have the Slayer pledge for €135. This comes with everything from the previous pledge, plus a couple more items that I'll be putting on the screen now. There's 180 copies of this pledge, but I think it's going to go pretty fast, so jump on it if it's what you want. There's a ton of add-ons for this campaign, and I'll flash them on the screen now so you can check them all out. I really love the design of the minis for this game. The action poses are awesome. Some of these characters remind me of the zombies from The Strain, if you ever watched that. And there's also a Madara crossover character, and some extra sets of dice if you don't want to pass them around the table constantly. This campaign's only 14 days, so I'm not really going to have time to do a follow-up video like I normally do. I'll need to do some more digging into the rules to decide if I'll be back in this one, so I don't really have an answer for you right now. But it's always a good idea to pledge up front while you make your decision, and you can always pull out your pledge later. That's all I got for you today, so remember to keep that shelf cluttered and the table full.